Please, please stay still. Please. Please, my heart can't take it. Hello little buns, it is Steph. Welcome back to my home. If you are a new viewer, I am a transgender woman and I like to document my experiences and talk about my experiences and just trans issues in general here on this channel quite frequently. And I just recently have entered a relationship and it's fantastic. That's not what I'm going to talk about really, but it's made me reflect a little bit on my past experiences, and I want to talk about men who date trans women. And I don't know what I want, but I want to talk about it, and you're gonna hear me if you decide to listen. It's whatever you want, you know what I mean? Just do what you want. There is a very common and very obvious stigma towards men that date trans women, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I have a lot to say. That's not even true. I just lied to you. I think the reason this stigma exists is because people are concerned about masculinity. Masculinity is kind of this thing that's upheld as this, you know, real important, super thing that you should all try to obtain, right? And femininity is just frivolous and stupid, and like, why would you want that? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. All it's about is clothes and cars and boobs, like, clearly. And I think the most common thing, especially other men say to men who are dating trans women, is they imply that they're gay, or, you know, something along those lines, that because this man is dating a trans woman, he must be super feminine and gay, and like that's what's being implied. And I've even seen people who are quote unquote queer allies, like people that are good with the gays, insult men that date trans women on the basis that it makes them feminine, which is absurd and ridiculous. You might as well tell a man who dates a cis woman that's a little bit butch, that maybe doesn't wear makeup every day or something, that he's also gay because his girlfriend doesn't wear makeup, or she looks a bit like a dude in some lighting. Like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Why is it that only trans women are considered a threat to masculinity instead of masculine women? Like, why is it that super feminine trans women are the problem here? Why is anybody a problem here? If we're going to go off of, you know, the whole, you know, if you have sex with a penis then you're gay thing, here's my problem with that line of thinking is, you know, if you're attracted to somebody, it's not because of the genitals, it's because of their gender. Well, not because of the gender, but their gender is typically the factor that limits your attraction. And given that trans women are women, it follows that people attracted to women will be attracted to them regardless of their genitals, because the fact is, you don't see another person's genitals until you're already ready to get sleeping with them. And I'm not here to talk about sex with trans people. I'm not here to talk about when to disclose that you have a dick and all of this stuff. I'm literally here to tell you about men that date trans women and how they're not gay. Okay? You know what I mean? Is a gay man straight if he dates a man that looks really feminine? No, he's gay because he's dating a man. Is a straight woman a lesbian if she dates a woman that looks really masculine? Or wait, if she dates a dude that looks really feminine, is she straight? Is she gay? Whoa, hold on. You know what? I'm getting confused. The bottom line is, no matter what you look like, literally, it's so simple. People overthink it so much. People overthink it so much. They're like, well, you know, obviously you look like a woman and you present like a woman and you live your life as a woman and you are a woman, but you have a dick. Therefore, your boyfriend's gay. And it's like, you are thinking about this way too much. Slow down, chill out, okay? You can stop at because you're a woman. That's where you can stop. You don't need to go on this but thing. You don't need to add the but, okay? The but doesn't need to be there. Because I am a woman, the man that's dating me is dating me in a not gay relationship. If you guys missed, or if you haven't watched my videos before, if you missed the last couple of videos, the boyfriend in question is Ty Turner. He has a YouTube channel himself. You can check that out. I'll put a link in the description box. Promoing the bae, you know what I mean? Whatever, it's all good. He is also trans. And I don't see as much, now I haven't asked him about this, but it could be there, I haven't seen it. I don't see as much people saying that I'm a lesbian for being with him, but I do see a lot of people saying that he's gay because he's with me, which doesn't, like, if you're gonna be mean to one trans person, why aren't you being mean to both trans people? I don't understand. I don't get it. I think a lot of people don't realize that he's trans. I don't know what to tell you. Lord have mercy. Back on the main topic for a bit here though, is like my past experiences with men. A lot of them would feel ashamed, or like I wasn't a serious option. because of this stigma around dating trans women as a man. There is this idea that trans women, you know, you can't take them home to mama, you know, they're unstable, they're, you know, mentally unwell, you know, and all of these things. Like, if you're mentally unwell, you're still dateable. Like, what the fuck is that? But it's just all of these little things are kind of piled onto this concept of trans women, this misconception, this misrepresentation of what we are that we've seen in media for 10, 20, 30, 40 fucking years. Of, you know, if you look at Law and Order Special Victims Unit Season 1, pretty much every single episode has a trans sex worker played by a dude with a beard. And it purely is there just because, like, look at that freak, you know, look at that weird person. That is what people still see us as sometimes. And I think that's where the stigma comes from, and I think that's where we need to go to get rid of it. We need to get rid of this idea that trans women are men, because we are not. We're not. I don't know how else to explain this. I don't know. And it's not even our appearances that don't make us men, or do make us men, for what, you know, it's not how you look that defines your gender. It is literally just a part of your being. It's part of who you are, and it's not something that I feel I need to explain. It's like me trying to ask, you know, a cis person, like, for example, let's say you're a cis guy, and your friend is a cis guy. You're dating a trans woman, and your friend is picking on you for it, saying that you must be gay because she has a penis. Also, he's assuming she has a penis. She might have a vagina, but, you know, he didn't bother to ask. It's also none of his business. But your friend is saying this to you, and you tell him, what were you going to tell him? I forget my whole analogy. Shit. Well, I lost that train of thought. I'm representing myself so well right now. I don't look scatterbrained or clueless at all. I look so intelligent. I just don't really know how to make this any simpler than trans women are women, therefore people that date them are dating women. So a straight man dating a trans woman is not gay. A lesbian dating a trans woman is gay. They're not straight. They're not dating a man. If you are dating a trans woman, you're dating a woman. And that is the bottom line, and that really is all I have to say. That's all that people need to understand. And I think a lot of the reason people don't understand that is because of the ways we've been portrayed in media in the past, and the ways that we're conflated with drag culture and things like that. And there is some overlap, but it's so minuscule. It's so small. It's so small. We're not wearing a costume. And I think another thing that's contributed to this idea that trans women are really men is also the fact that trans women are constantly played by dudes in movies and on TV. So you see, for example, and it was Jen Richards that kind of outlined this in a Twitter thread. She is fantastic. I highly recommend you follow her. I will put a link to her Twitter in the description box. But she said, I'm paraphrasing this, but, you know, you see Jared Leto playing a trans character in a movie, and then you see him go on stage to accept the award with a beard and a tuxedo. And I think a lot of people see that and think, oh yeah, that's what trans women are, is a role, it's an act, a performance, and that's not the case. That is what makes us different from drag queens, for example, unless, you know, you're a trans woman who does drag, but that's not really super common, is that drag is a performance, it is a costume, it is a role, it is an act, it's a job, it's an expression. It's not you. You know, it can be a very big part of who you are, just like you being a YouTuber is a big part of who I am, but YouTuber is not my gender. You know what I mean? There was another thing that I thought was really profound that I think Laverne Cox said, and again, I'm paraphrasing this, but I believe she said something like, loving a trans person is a revolutionary act. And that is very much true right now. Oh, I just got hit in the face with emotions. It's, so like, oh my gosh. There are a lot of times when I used to think that I would never be able to experience the simple relationship things that I wanted to experience, because a lot of the time, especially early in transition, I got into this headspace where I thought I would always be a secret or a mistress or something, and I was never a mistress to my knowledge, but it's just the train of thought. And that's a dirty, shameful feeling that it brought me. And now to be in a relationship where I am able to walk down the street holding hands and go on dates and just be cute very publicly, that has changed everything. And I don't know if I've ever really explained that before, but it is a revolutionary act to love a trans person, not only in the grand scheme of things, but to that single person as well, given that they also reciprocate your feelings. Otherwise it just might be creepy, I don't know. I think one way to conquer this misconception about trans women as unlovable, you know, circus freaks or whatever you want to explain them as, is by literally countering it with your actions. And I'm not saying you should go out and find a trans person to date, because that's kind of weird. But if you happen to be interested in a trans person, and that is reciprocated, and you know, you are in a relationship, I want you to know that it's not that I'm impressed that you're attracted to somebody. It's not that. It's that if you have the awareness to understand the climate, the social and political climate that we're in right now in North America, and really in the entire world, that faces trans women, and you are still willing to go on dates with us and hold our hand and stuff, and you understand that that is not the usual, that's not common. I don't know, I don't want it to, like, I feel like I'm making it sound like we're like super pitiful or something and we need your attention. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that I appreciate strong, good allies, especially ones that are romantically involved. I don't know how to explain this. It feels like I'm trying to be like, you need to date trans people. Better call Ariel, y'all. Better call her. I'm talking shit apparently. What I guess I'm just saying, like, you know, in the face of videos like that, in the face of videos that Ariel might put up, for example, with Jacqueline, where they're basically saying that trans women are not women, which is great because Jacqueline, like, said to my face she loved my videos at VidCon, and I was like, okay, like, you literally talk shit towards trans people all day, but okay, fine. In the face of something like that, for you to be, for example, a woman, a lesbian woman dating a trans woman, and for you to be online doing that, and for you to be very public with that, that requires strength, because people are gonna hunt you down, they're gonna hurt you, they're gonna yell at you for it, because you're not subscribing to their worldview, or subscribing to their view, their misguided false view that trans women are not women. And that's just bullshit. And I am very glad and very grateful for the people who are able to see that, experience it, and still be strong in their conviction to their relationship and be faithful to their partner and all this stuff. And I hope this isn't weird or awkward. Oh my god, I hope this isn't inappropriate. But there is a YouTuber here on YouTube. Wow, who would have guessed a YouTuber on YouTube? Holy shit, guys. Named Fiona. And she makes wonderful, entertaining videos. She's a sweetheart. I've met her in person several times. She's the most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful soul. And she recently was the target of some very just fucking inaccurate hate videos and harassment online because she's dating a trans woman. I think that is vile. And what I would like is for all of you to go check out her videos and leave some support. Subscribe if you like her videos. I would love for you to go there, show some love, because she has had some shit recently and she did not deserve it, and she's fantastic. And while you're at it, you should also go check out Riley Dennis, who is her girlfriend, makes great videos, super informative, and everybody does not really, like, people have this conception of Riley that's just not true, and just go watch her videos and you'll understand that she's fantastic. Thank you. Please go check out Fiona and Riley, they're fantastic, and I love them to death. I guess this wasn't really just about men who date trans women, but just people that date trans women. So I guess thank you if you are, you know, secure enough in yourself to publicly date trans people, which sounds kind of pitiful. I shouldn't have to thank you for, you know, thinking we're worthy or something. That's not really what I'm trying to communicate. I hope you understand what I'm trying to communicate. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, just remember, you are worthy of love and, you know, appreciation and, you know, favors and stuff. I don't know, just whatever happens in a relationship, that kind of thing. You are worthy of that. And if you want it, you will get it one day, I promise you. It is not unattainable. Everybody is deserving of love, and you will get it, I promise. I love you so much. I will see you soon. Bye!